is a presentation of Fox Sports.
We are Fox. We are Fox.
Last night, Freddie Freeman and Martin Prado ruined the Rays interleague opener as Atlanta took Game 1 5-3. Today, right-hander Alex Cobb makes his 2012 debut and hopes to get the Rays back on the winning track. Interleague baseball starts now on Sun Sports. The weekend of interleague baseball continues as we greet you from Tropicana Field. This Game 2 of the three-game series between the Rays and the Atlanta Braves. Hi again, everyone. Welcome to an afternoon of Rays baseball with Brian Anderson. I'm Dwayne Statz. We'll be hearing from Todd Callis in just a few moments. Great to have you looking in here as the Rays and the Braves go at it. Rays dropped last night's game 5-3. They still have the best home record in the American League despite dropping that game 4 of their last 5. And we've got a great pitching matchup of two young pitchers here. Alex Cobb will make his first start for the Rays. We saw him in critical moments last year in 3 different stints for the Rays, over 9 starts, and he was 3-2.
Yeah, Alex Cobb did a tremendous job for the Rays last year. He's back here. He's a known quantity. Made quite the impression, Dwayne. You're absolutely right. A couple of different times up here. You see the season numbers, and the thing that's best about this start for Alex Cobb is he has felt like he has belonged here all year long. So you're not going to get a guy coming up that's going to be in awe of anything. It's just another start, and he said that after his last start in AAA, he felt like his fastball command and velocity was back where it was pre-surgery, and he's got a really good feel for the curveball and the split. So look for big things today for Alex Cobb.
Well, the starting pitchers presented by your Southern Ford dealers. Alex Cobb for the Rays and Randall Delgado. This guy has a very good arm. He was impressive in limited action with the Braves last year, has been throwing the ball well this year as well. There's Alex Cobb, the young man out of Vero Beach. And when we come back, we'll have more on the Rays starting pitcher, courtesy of Todd Callis.
debut. 2012, Rays and the Braves, middle game of this 3-game series. Jeff Neiman, injured in his last start on Monday, took that hard ground ball off the bat of Adam Lynn, has a slight fracture of the right fibula, so in his place, Alex Cobb gets a chance to start. And with Neiman on the 60-day DL, Cobb could get an extended view here at the big league level. Joe Madden and Alex Cobb talk about, for Madden, what happened last year, and for Cobb coming back to the big leagues.
Last year, Cobb did a great job for us. Post All-Star break, he permitted us to go with the 6-man rotation and did a wonderful job. I know one thing, he believes he belongs here, and with that, I think you're going to see a very calm, normal performance like he's been here all season. So I feel good about it. I mean, as a replacement, Jeff being down, I feel very good about Alex being able to step in and doing a wonderful job for us.
It's a lot easier. Every time it gets it easier. There's not as much unknowns. I know what to expect. I know, it was easy. I got picked up from the airport, went to my house, slept in my bed, and went through a normal day pretty much today. So it's been a lot easier.
So he's ready to go this afternoon in 2 minutes and 45 seconds from the first pitch. Chipper Jones not in the lineup today for the Braves as he signs autographs. This guy with a quick recovery from that scary moment a couple of nights ago. Will Rhymes back in there, and we're ready for baseball. Dwayne Stats and Brian Anderson right around the corner. Enjoy.
For great deals on innovation you can count on. Innovation for all. By AT&T, the nation's largest 4G network. AT&T, rethink possible. By Tires Plus, the plus is in everything we do. And by Toyota, visit your local Toyota dealer today for great deals on the amazing lineup of Toyota vehicles. Toyota, moving forward. Rays and the Braves in the middle game of this series. Carlos Pena getting loose and ready to go here in interleague play as the Rays try to find the winning side of the ledger once again. They will be opposed by this Atlanta lineup. Michael Bourne leads it off, followed by Martin Prado. Freddie Freeman hits third. Dan Uggla, the cleanup man. Brian McCann will catch it at fifth in front of Jason Hayward. Juan Francisco in there at third base. Harry Kinski will be the DH, and Tyler Pasternicki at shortstop will bat ninth.
Taking the mound this afternoon for the Tampa Bay Rays, right-hander Alex Cobb. You see the numbers from last year, a couple of different stints with the Rays. 9 starts, very good ERA. Just 1-4 down in AAA, but coming off of his best start of the season down there, he went 5 innings, struck out 8. He's deemed himself ready to go, says his stuff is just about where it was, if not right there, pre-surgery last year.
He'll face Michael Bourne, among the top 10 in the National League in hitting. Starting play today, and the first pitch presented by Pinch-A-Penny comes in a little high, a fastball. 1 ball and no strikes. The pitch is popped foul. That's going to be back and out of play. 1-1 to count.
Let's take a quick look at the scouting report on Alex Cobb, brought to you by Coventry Healthcare of Florida. He's back. He's just talked about it. A couple of different stints with the Rays last year, spanning 9 starts, good numbers overall, and he's back part 2. Alex Cobb himself says his stuff is back. Fastball, the curveball, the split.
Liner into left. That's going to sink in front of Joyce, who keeps the ball in front of him. Michael Bourne is aboard to begin this game.
Let's take a quick look at the Rays defense as it lines up in the outfield, left to right. Matt Joyce, B.J. Upton, and Ben Zobrist. Across the infield, third to first, Sean Rodriguez, Elliot Johnson, Will Rhymes back in the lineup, and Carlos Pena. Chris Jimenez behind the plate. This afternoon's Ray defense brought to you by Sweet Bay Supermarkets, home of the new Sweet Spot Burgers.
Will Rhymes returning to the Rays lineup after being hit by that pitch in the forearm the other night, which led to a scary moment there for a while. Here's Martin Prado, and he takes the first pitch too low. Our Toyota trend. Prado wasted a little time last night with a double his first time up to extend his hitting streak to 10. Cobb misses upstairs. 2-0. Runner takes off. The pitch is a ball, and the throw is not in time. Bourne almost left the bag after he arrived at second. But he's in with his 13th stolen base. He's been caught 5 times this year, and Braves people will tell you that he's really only been caught once, that those other 4 times they maintain were missed calls, and that he should have 4 more steals than he does.
You can see he clearly gets in ahead of the tag, and then Will Rhymes continuing to apply that tag as it almost came off the bag.
That's a strike, and now it's 3-1. A miss. Change up. That action down. We saw Bourne swipe a base, and that's one thing last year in the outings that the Cobb had. There were no runners caught stealing with him on base. With him on the mound and base runners. Ball 4 up. So base runners now 12 of 12 and attempted steals with Cobb on the hill. Freddie Freeman's going to be the hitter as we take a look at today's Circle K league leaders. The young first baseman tied for second in the National League. 32 steals, or 32 RBIs. Easier 35, and he leads the league. Cobb misses up and away.
And you know
what? No strikes.
Not at all surprised either. You know, this lineup, second in the league in hitting, guys getting on base, Michael Bourne, and we saw the approach of Freeman last night. Very impressive.
1-1. There are those who feel that with Chipper Jones going through the major leagues for his final time, retiring after this year, that Freeman may be the guy who will lead this franchise and be the face of this franchise. Two and one now. Bourne at second base, Prado at first. Cut to miss. Big swing by Freeman.
Fastball tailing away. You see Freeman with that uppercut swing. The ball moves right off the end of the bat.
Took a shot inside with a fastball, and that was very close.
That was strike three. I mean, in any league, this is strike three. This is a freeze job. Watch this right down that inside corner.
Foxtrack did like it. And there's a cut to miss on that change. Well, he went to 3-2. He threw him a fastball that was called a ball, and then came back 3-2 with a great pitch to strike him out.
Well, he comes in the same spot with it. There's that little split, that action straight down. There it is. Good look at the grip, the pitch. You know, Freeman knows he probably got away with one of the previous pitch, so you get something else coming in there. You take a rip, and it just bottoms out below the zone.
A nice job to get the first out with 2 men on. There's Dan Ugla. There's a strike. Starts him with the change.
And it's nice to have that ability to use that split like that. You can use it as a straight changeup for a called strike there, but then you have that ability of really yanking it down through the zone and get the swing and a miss.
Pitch is a ball. It's 1-1. Cobb coming off his last outing for Durham, in which he pitched 5 shutout innings on 3 hits. Made 99 pitches in that one. Trying to get settled in here in the first inning of this one. Ground ball headed to short. Johnson to Rhymes, 1 and over to first. 6-4-3 on the double play. That takes care of that little flare up. No runs, 1 hit, and a man left. Strikeout and a double play to end the inning. Bottom of the first coming, no score. Braves with a little threat. Cobb pitched his way out of it. Nicely done.
Yeah, first and second, nobody out. Gets the big strikeout, and then Dan Ugla to hit into the 6-4-3 double play. Finish strong.
Take a look at the Rays lineup put together by Joe Madden. Vince Zobrist, followed by B.J. Upton and Matt Joyce. Carlos Pena, Luke Scott, and Sean Rodriguez down the middle. Will Rhymes returns to second. He'll hit seventh in front of Elliott Johnson. And Chris Jimenez, the catcher, will bat ninth.
Taking the mound this afternoon for the Atlanta Braves, right-hander Randall Delgado. You see the season numbers there. He's thrown the ball very well recently. His last 3 starts, just a 1.33 earned run average with nothing to show for it.
Pitch is high to Ben Zobrist. So this is his 8th start overall. It's wide. 2-0. Well, the Braves continue to throw some very good arms at you. And Delgado's another one. Two and one.
See, he kind of wings the ball in there. 92 mile an hour. That's his normal pitching zone. He's got good movement, good changeup. Also throws curveball.
And it's a 3-1 count.
When you go back, really, his last 5 starts, the Braves have only scored 8 runs for Randall.
Well, he was signed as a 16-year-old out of Panama, now 22, and they've always been impressed, number one, by his work ethic. They say he is a hard-working pitcher and one who has made his way through their system. He's very quick to learn, very coachable, and here he is in the big leagues. 3-2, popped up. This is Francisco, the third baseman, into foul territory, and Zobrist is the first out.
Let's take a look at the Braves defense as it lines up in the outfield, left to right. Martin Prado, Michael Bourne, and Jason Hayward. Across the infield, third to first, Juan Francisco, Tyler Pasternaky, Dan Ugla, and Freddie Freeman. Brian McCann will handle the catching duties. This afternoon's Braves defense brought to you by Sweet Base Supermarkets, home of the new Sweet Spot Burgers.
Well, there's B.J. Upton. B.J. hitting .261. Lays off the fastball, moving away from him. Cut and a miss with a fastball. In one variety or another, we would expect to see a lot of fastball changeup combinations out of these two young pitchers.
Absolutely. Both of them, that is their 1 and 2.
It's a foul ball, 1 and 2 now.
And you can see Delgado, he lines up on that far first base side of the rubber. Face a lot of left-handed hitters. He can allow that thing to really run down and away from him. And even those last 2 fastballs to B.J. Upton have not been well located, but that late movement has taken it underneath the bat.
Another foul ball, another fastball, 4 straight to start the at-bat.
Here it is, not much to it. Leg kick. When he gets the ball out of there with that kind of buggy whips it in there. You want him, force him up in the zone.
2 and 2.
He becomes like one of those true sinker ballers where you're going to swing at balls down, you know, mid-thigh to knees and below, tons of ground balls. But if you can see it up, there'll be enough mislocation and you get some pitches to drive.
And this one is down. B.J. with a nice at bat here, working the count all the way out. Here is the 3-2 and a high hopper in the shallow left. Pasternacky out there from shortstop, adjusts back into his left for it. 2 gone. Towering pop-up off the bat of Upton. So the base is empty and 2 outs. We'll see Matt Joyce. Takes it down and in, a ball and no strikes. And a strike. It's 1-1. One to Joyce. Drops in there. Breaking pitch. Fastball off the plate.
That was very similar to the pitch that Alex Cobb did not get against Freddie Freeman. Another fastball inside. This looks to be very, very close. Yeah, that didn't help.
2-2 and a swing and a miss, and he comes back with the changeup. Strikes out Joyce. Through 1, no score.
Park 2 times in the last 3 days. Great to see Ray's senior baseball advisor Don Zimmer hanging out over there with Andrew Freeman. Guys, he's getting better and better. Dealt with some health issues that kept him away from the ballpark. Said he drove today for the first time in about a month. Always great to see Zim, and what a wealth of knowledge. Just hanging around, it makes you feel better. Back to you.
Yeah, it makes you smarter too. Not only do you feel better being in his presence, but if you spend some time listening to what he says, you're going to be smarter than when you went into that conversation. It's great to see him. Brian McCann jumping on the first pitch, taking the fastball into left. Joyce backhands it to keep it out of the corner, and they hold McCann to a single.
Right fielder, number 22, Justin Hoover.
Brian McCann, good hitter. That ball is elevated. That's what allows him to do that. The ball down and away, you're not able to take a nice swing like that and line that ball into left field. But Matt Joyce does a nice job of getting to it, backhand, turn, and get it in quick, and that keeps McCann at first base, and that's huge. Keeps the double play in order.
So McCann's aboard for the right fielder, Jason Hayward. And he fouls a fastball back, strike one. Hayward, a couple of strikeouts last night, and he was on twice with a walk and a base hit. So 20 runs batted in for the Atlanta outfielder. This one is fouled the other way. Out of play, 2 strikes. Well, the Reds held on to beat the Yankees. That's a 6-5 final in New York. And a ground ball that's going to go through the shift into right for a base hit. Elliott Johnson diving to his left, could not come up with that one.
You know, we saw that a couple times last night too. The right idea for the Rays, you see right here, there's Elliott Johnson, there's Will Rhymes, and Hayward's going to take it right up here with some authority. You figure you got that gap covered, but look at that. Pounds that ball, splits the difference, and gets it out into right field.
So the Braves, as they did in the first inning, here in the second, they put the first 2 men on. Runners at first and second. And here is Juan Francisco. Ground ball headed toward the middle, through into center. Upton comes up with it. McCann's going to score. Hayward will go to third. And it's 1-0 Atlanta. So Francisco getting a start at third base. Went right back through the middle.
Well, that was a chopper there by Francisco, but it was hit hard, and it gets over Alex Cobb's head. And again, just split the difference out into center field. McCann comes around to score. Hayward into third. Just continue to hit those ground balls where the Rays aren't.
There's Eric Hinsky. Fouls it back. Strike one. Well, the Rays' defensive setup has been so good all year with the shift, and these last 2 have made their way through the infield.
We saw McCann get him a couple of times last night. Almost at the same spot.
It's fouled back by Hinsky, 0-2.
That's why at the end of the day, it's about playing the odds. You know, the odds are in your favor, but you're not going to hit on them every single time.
Yep. It's because you can't have all the information. You can have a lot of it, but you can't have all of it.
And guys may hit ground balls to certain areas a lot, but not every time. Different spin on the ball. You're a little bit quicker with the bat.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Speaking of all that, we're going to have Sam Fold in it in the booth tomorrow.
Yeah.
Sabermetrics
Have
seminar.
you been brushing up?
I'm just going to let it fly, see what happens.
I'm going to tell you, good things happen.
1-2 inside just a bit. There he is, Sam Fold, the former intern at Stats Inc. Hailing from Stanford. He'll be with us tomorrow when the Rays and the Braves square off, and he's warming up for his booth appearance tomorrow. 5 ball, to the opposite field. Joyce will have to go back. The tag at third by Hayward. He will score. They'll hold Francisco at first. And on the sacrifice fly by Hinske, the Braves have their second run. It's 2-0.
Now that's what Hinske wanted to do. His idea is to get something to drive something up in the zone. You want to stay away from hitting the ball on the ground, hitting into a double play. If he can get one to the outfield and get the high fives on the sac fly.
Now the shortstop, Tyler Pastornicki. One out with a runner at first. The pitch is a strike. Change up. Pastornicki last year split the season between AA and AAA. That went away from him a little high. Tried the breaking ball there that seemed to stay up.
Sometimes you're trying to get your hand working out in front of you. Let that ball roll over your fingers, and you go with the one finger off or the spike grip, and every once in a while you'll lose one.
The right side foul. Out of play.
Nice catch. Nice catch, security.
And a nice gesture there. Hey, there you go.
And with the earpiece, the lanyard, here it is. Never left the seat. That's beautiful. That's beautiful.
That's a great play. That's the play of the game right there. Strike three called on the outside corner. Fastball just nicked the edge. Pastornicki doesn't like it. He's called out on strikes.
And that's okay. He doesn't have to. There it is. That ball right there. I mean, that's right on the outside corner and right around the top of the strike zone. But if that's going to hold true, Lance Barksdale, he'll ring you up on the ball away. Maybe not so much on the ball that's in.
You know, the other thing I like, look where Jimenez set up.
Oh, yeah.
Look at the setup on that pitch if we get a chance to take another look at it. And I think that'll help his pitcher get a call or two with him setting up off the plate.
Get right there. You take the outside edge and put it right in the middle of your body. You catch the ball in the middle of your body and you'll get that call most of the time.
Pitch is fouled back by Michael Bourne.
We saw a couple of nights ago where Jimenez was sitting up on the plate for a changeup. And it was a changeup that was a called strike, or it should have been a called strike, but it was away from him. He had to reach for it. And even though that ball was over the outside corner, didn't get the call because he was reaching. Where right there, he's almost off the plate, splitting the plate, and he does get the call. You're right.
This pitch is down. Well, there's a pitch that Pastornicki thought was outside. And from the viewpoint of the plate umpire where Jimenez was set up, there was absolutely no question. He didn't hesitate to call that a strike. He was absolutely convinced from the beginning that's a strike, and there's no question about it. That, I think, his positioning helped make up the plate umpire's mind.
And you can do that when you're ahead in the count. Because if you miss off, that's fine. But let's get out there to the extreme and try to buy that call.
2 balls and a strike to count. Swing and a miss.
You know, it's funny in talking about that. When I was pitching, I felt like my command was good enough that I would tell my catcher, fastball in, fastball away. I want you to take the black of the plate and put it right on your athletic supporter. Right there. Sit right there, put it right in the middle, and put that glove half on, half off. And that's, you know, especially when you got a strike on somebody, you started to expand that zone.
2-2 now. The count to Bourne. And a little popper on the right side. Got the pitch in on him. And Rhymes is there to make the catch. Couple of runs score on 3 hits. We go to the bottom half of the second. 2-0 Atlanta.
As we head into the bottom of the second inning, the Braves with an early lead, 2-0. Today's game and all season long, Tires Plus will donate $100 to the Pediatric Cancer Foundation for every Tampa Bay Rays home run that's televised on Sun Sports and Fox Sports Florida.
Well, the Rays playing a little catch-up, down 2-0 here. Bottom of inning 2 coming, and Carlos Pena leads off against Randall Delgado. Luke Scott will follow, and then Sean Rodriguez. Carlos hitting .221 to start play tonight. And he takes the pitch a little wide. Carlos 0 for 3 with a walk in the game last night. And was out for a little extra hitting today before the pitchers hit. Rays had the pitchers swinging the bats a little bit again. 2-0. Delgado coming off an outing against Cincinnati in which he had a no decision. He won his first 2 decisions. He's 3-0. He beat Houston and the Mets, and then lost to the Diamondbacks, the Pirates, and the Phillies. No decisions against the Cubs and the Reds the last 2 trips out. It's his line against Cincinnati. 107 pitches. Finds the strike zone with a fastball. It's 3-1. Carlos draws a walk to open the frame. Here's Luke Scott. He drove in 2 runs last night. Sacrifice fly in the 3rd inning of last night's game and a base hit in the 8th.
She had him died.
The pitch is a breaking ball. Strike 1. the club.
Healthy lead.
One and one.
Right now, Randall Delgado is spinning. You see his finish. He spins off towards first base. Right now, doing that a little bit too soon. He's not staying behind that fastball away to the lefties. That ball's spinning out of his hand, and he cannot keep it on the plate.
Fastball there.
And Luke Scott frustrated with himself because he swung at another one that missed.
A ball, 2 strikes. It's a foul. Just a little piece of it. Rays getting their first look at Delgado. We'll make some quick assessments here in these first at bats against him. It's a ball and 2 strikes. And Luke checked. Pitch was low. Played off. Take a look at this check on the change. Scott has worked the count full. This has been a good at bat for Scott. Early he was frustrated with himself, but these last few pitches he's been very good. Three-2 with a runner going, and the pitch is foul. Fastball fouled out of play.
Well, today's game is available in Espanol via SAP, brought to you by Coventry Healthcare of Florida.
An extended at bat for Luke Scott, full count, facing Randall Delgado. Goes again, and Scott fouls another fastball away. You saw the breakdown of Delgado, and they're a little deceptive because he got his wins early, but he's pitched much better lately with no wins to show for it in May. Another 3-2 pitch on its way, and that's inside, ball 4. Scott draws the walk. Pena was off for the 3rd straight time. Back-to-back walks open the inning for the Rays, and that turned out to be a very good at bat by Luke Scott.
Yeah, Luke Scott, he swung at a pitch he didn't want to, was frustrated, then he locked it in after that, fouled away some tough pitches, took some other ones that were pretty close, and he earns a walk. Right now, the Rays offense needs to take advantage here of the fact that Randall Delgado's fastball command is not there right now.
Well, Scott had a 9-pitch at bat last night, his 2nd time up, hit a sacrifice fly. That was a 9-pitch at bat to draw the walk. Sean, and he puts down a bunt, foul. Strike 1. Sean hitting .246. pitched last night when he was pinch hitting. Over 300 for the month of May. Rays down by a couple. Trying to build an inning in the bottom of the second in response to what the Braves did in the top half of the frame. And the bunt, first base side. Delgado with the pickup. The runners will move up. And Rodriguez advances the runners. He was bunting and ducking at the same time.
This right here was a sacrifice, self-preservation. Square around early and then whoa, up and in. Ideally, you'd like to bunt that ball up the third base line, but in that situation, you wanted to protect yourself and get it down. And Sean Rodriguez did a great job.
Two men in scoring position now for Will Rhymes. Rhymes back in the lineup after being hit by a pitch in the forearm the other night that scared everybody here. Strike. Here's that pitch by Franklin Morales. That still hurts today to watch that.
And it's no more fun to watch.
Get down to first and passed out with the adrenaline rush. He comes back and sends a fly ball toward right center. Hayward's there to make the catch. Pena's tagging. He's headed to the plate. So's the throw. He is out at the plate. Hayward to McCann. And the Rays are denied a run. Hayward made quite a throw right on the plate. And McCann grabbed it and tagged Pena. And here it is again. An impressive peg by Hayward. Jason Hayward made quite a throw to cut down Carlos Pena, and here's another look.
I mean, he just gears up on this and lets it fly straight to the plate, right on the money. McCann gets the tag in there just in time. Here's a great view just before that left foot hits home plate.
That was an impressive peg from the Atlanta outfielder.
I thought
Johnson takes a ball.
I thought the Rays had a chance because he was moving to his glove side. It would have to turn because he's a lefty all the way back around to throw. But what he lost in the spin time, he more than made up for in that velocity on that throw.
2-0 the count to Martin Prado leading off here in the third. There's a strike. It's 2-1. Yeah, it was an unbelievable throw, and he's showing that he's a very good outfielder. We talked last night about his ability to play center field, and he came up through their system, played a lot of center field. And of course they have Michael Bourne out there now, but here's a young man who can hold his own anywhere in the outfield, and we just saw his ability to throw.
And last night we saw his ability to cover ground on that ball that Luke Scott hit up the right field line. Thought that was going to, you know, die and fall in there, and he came.
Yeah, he got a great read.
That's
on
right.
that one.
And boy, top end speed.
Prado, Freeman, and Ugla here in the third. Ball right side. That's Rhymes, and it gets away. Prado is aboard. It's an error charge to Will Rhymes, his third of the year.
First base.
Well, this is just one of those errors. Pretty routine hop right here. Will Rhymes allows that ball to get up between, see the heel of the glove in the hand as he's coming to close in on it. Not see that very often.
Now Freeman, snap throw to first, the runner back in, the pitch a ball. 1-0. Freeman struck out on a changeup his first time. It's foul the other way, out of play. Blue Jays have won their game. They beat the Mets 2-0. At the start of the day, the Rays 2 back of Baltimore, and Toronto started 4 back. Right now they're 3.5 behind Baltimore, running third. Yankees lost, so at the moment they're 5 out. And the Red Sox 7.5 back. About that with New York and Boston 4-5, the bottom 2 spots in the AL East. In a long time since that's happened in the East. After the 1st of May, you have to go back to 1992 September. 2 balls and a strike. Prado at first on the error, on deck, and Ugla. Freddie Freeman at the plate. Cobb is behind him 3-1. Hits, 2 runs, walk, and another runner on via the error. Ground ball second. Rhymes to Johnson, and to first for the double play. The ability to get the ground ball has helped Cobb a couple times already.
And that's why you got to realize you're just 1 pitch away. How about the start that inning? Will Rhymes with an error, now a 3-1 count on Freeman, and this is what you get out of it. You make a pitch, you get the ground ball, tailor-made double play.
Dan Ugla. Pitch is a strike. Rhymes moves to the shortstop side of second. Rhymes misses the changeup, and the count's 2 strikes. Fastball pouring in as Ugla fouled it. Still 2 strikes. And this one shot toward the gap into right center field. That's going to go all the way to the wall, picked up by Upton, and Ugla has a double. An 0-2 pitch. Well, he got the double play. 3-1 out of Freeman, and this fastball ripped toward the gap in right center.
Well, see, that ball is right up at Ugla's waist. 0-2. He gets full extension on a ball that's up in the zone, and all about Ugla's power. He can drive that ball the other way, and he gapped the outfielders, gets into scoring position.
Ryan McCann, the catcher. Strike 1. Rhymes playing essentially in short right field from his second base position. 2 outs and a man at second. Francisco and Hinsky drove in the runs in the second inning. Foul ball. Curveball, and the count is 0-2.
Yeah, and after the last couple of curveballs, that's the one you want to see. The last few have kind of rolled. They've stayed actually up high above the zone. That one had good late movement. Alex was able to hold on to that ball until it was out in front and really ripped down.
The 0-2 pitch. A ground ball. Diving stop by Rhymes. He gets up. Throw to first. They got him from short right. Well, Rhymes positioned in short right field and still had to scoot to his right, make a diving stop, and then get up and make the throw to first. Great play by Rhymes to end the threat. by H.H. Gregg. Well, Will Rhymes charged with an error to begin the top half of the third, then started a double play and got the Rays out of a potential Atlanta run scoring situation with this great play. Stick a star on that one. Outstanding by Rhymes.
Yeah, saved a run. I mean, Dan Uggla was going to score and ranging far to his right, but then you got to get up and make that long throw. That's not your typical throw, diving at a ball from traditional second base.
Johnson leads off and takes the pitch for a strike. 1-1. Jimenez next, and then Zobrist. Johnson down the right field line, but it's going to be foul. Down a play. And another catch down there. Boy, there's some great defensive work going on down toward that right field corner.
From one end of the Papa John's box to the other. Security to Dude in Rays jersey. Making some plays.
He's still got it.
Yeah.
It's a ball. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Full count to Elliott. Jimenez on deck. And the Rays have a base runner. All 4. A couple of walks in the second. Now a leadoff walk in the third.
You can send your favorite Rays players to the All-Star game this summer by logging on to RaysBaseball.com or filling out ballots at Tropicana Field. Vote now and vote often.
Rays continue to play without Evan Longoria. You know, right now the Rays 24-16. They've dropped out of first, but in second, 2 games back of Baltimore. The strike, and you know, there are a couple of areas, and the injuries one of them that have certainly handicapped the Rays. And defensively, they've made more errors than you would have ever thought by this time. And you figure they will fall back into more of the reliable and solid defensive team that they've been. So going forward, they're hopeful that in the middle of June they can have Longoria back. Desmond Jennings feeling better with his knee injury, so they can get through this period of excessive injury and put a more consistent defensive effort on the field, both of which you think they should be able to do. To be where they are, given those 2 facts, they're in pretty good shape.
I think that I mean, I hate to say far exceeded, but they have definitely exceeded. If you would have said April 1 or April 4, listen, by this date, by May 19th, you're going to have played that tough April schedule, and these are the guys who are going to be on the disabled list. You'd say, oh, 500, please.
Yeah, and on top of that, you're going to be on a pace to almost double the number of errors that you make. Ground ball. There's a base hit through the hole for Jimenez. Elliott Johnson stops at second. Jimenez is aboard. So the Rays, for the second straight inning, put their first 2 hitters on. Given those facts and say, hey, you're going to be second, 2 games out, would you take it? Yes. Oh,
you'd hop right to the front of the line. His fastball here by Delgado stays elevated. Inner third, and Jimenez pounds that ball into left field. Right now, what we've seen from Delgado is the arm side fastball. He cannot keep it on the plate. Just cannot keep it on the plate. Elliott Johnson used that again to his benefit in taking the walk, and Jimenez forced him up in the zone. That's where you're going to hurt him.
Silva shooting one up the right side, foul. Well, the pressure was on. Not a clean catch. So 2 out of 3 down that right side in the stands when it comes to clean catches. A lot of pressure now.
2 out of 3 ain't bad.
And a little check swing roller. Delgado looked to third and decides to go to first, and the runners advance. So it turns out to be the equivalent of a sacrifice. But it's a check swing and a ground out, but the runners advance. So now B.J. Upton. Upton popped out to the shortstop his first time. He's up here now with a chance to get the Rays even. 2 men in scoring position. And he takes a pitch down and away.
And who would you rather want up in this situation but the Rays leader in interleague hits?
That translates somehow into that point.
Not in this universe.
Pitch is wide. 2 balls, no strikes. It's good to the extent that he's shown that he could get some hits against major league pitching. This pitch is down 3-0. But the relevance of the interleague hit total, hard to figure.
I just wanted to get you going again. Get you all riled up.
Thank you very much. There's more. 3-0 the count. There's a strike. B.J. with a couple of home runs, 13 runs batted in. Atlanta scored twice in the second. Rays with an opportunity in the third. And B.J. takes a walk. That's going to load the bases. B.J. would not help Delgado out. The bases are loaded. Matt Joyce is going to be the hitter. Roger McDowell, the pitching coach, is going to head to the mound to have a chat with his young right-hander. You can get in on the action with exclusive on-field seating in the Papa John's bullpen box. We've seen all the activity down there already with potential souvenirs. Available dates are going fast, so act now to make your group reservation right behind the Rays bullpen by calling 855-GROUP-TB or online at RaysBaseball.com.
I'll tell you what, though, you go down to the Papa John's bullpen box, you better be ready to make a play.
That's right.
Early action tonight.
It's an interactive area.
It is another good reason to get down there.
Here's Matt Joyce. The bases are loaded with 1 out. Pitch is high, 1-0.
Yeah, and that's another fastball there by Delgado running off the plate. So many of these guys with good sinkers, you're going to move them over to that first base side. And you want them to almost think down the middle with their fastball because it will not end up there. It will run to the outside corner. Right now, Delgado's thinking fastball to the outside corner.
And this one, he bounces in, and it's blocked by McCann. And so that changeup bounced in. McCann got in front of it.
And he smothered this pitch here. That ball in, not easy, too, because you're expecting, if anything, it's going to be further off away. Just gets that glove over in time and just gets enough of it. Boy, that could have really bounded away from him quite easily.
2-0 the count. And a shot deep to center field. Well tagged. Bourne looking up. Gone! Grand slam for Matt Joyce on a 2-0 pitch. as he drives a fastball out of here to center. And the Rays take a 4-2 lead. Matt Joyce ahead in the count, connects.
Well, you got a pitcher struggling with fastball command. That allows your hitters to just sit back and look for one pitch in one spot, and Matt Joyce got it. That was an absolute perfect swing. Drives that ball right out to the biggest part of the field, and 4 quick ones for the Rays.
Well, that's taking advantage of a scoring opportunity and then some. Matt Joyce hit that one a ton to center field, and the Rays lead 4-2. His 3rd career slam. His 8th home run of the year. Carlos Pena takes ball 2 low and outside.
What I was saying earlier about the sinker from Delgado is if you're going to be lined up all the way over there with that kind of movement and you're thinking outer third with the pitch and you throw it to the outer third, it's not going to stay there. It's going to run off the plate, and we've seen repeatedly Delgado put himself in a hole with that pitch.
Big cut. Piece of that one fouled by Pena. Carlos Pena hit a grand slam opening day off CC Sabathia. Luke Scott hit a grand slam up in Toronto. Matt Joyce with a grand slam here against Atlanta. Fly ball to left. Prado is there and makes the catch. 2 gone. Got to get Luke Scott up there. The other 2 grand slams by Matt Joyce came during the 2010 season. Hit that one in Minnesota. In fact, they both came in the month of July. Hit one against Detroit, and the one earlier in July of 2010 against the Twins. That's a strike, cut and a miss by Luke Scott. With 4 runs, 2 hits. 0-2. Scott out in front on the changeup. And 2 strikes. Grand slam home run off the bat of Matt Joyce. The 2nd he's hit here at the Trop of his career. The one against the Tigers off Max Scherzer came here. Swing and a miss. Scott out on strikes. He was out in front. Rays are finished in the 3rd, but they put a big 4 spot up there on the grand slam off the bat of Matt Joyce. 4-2 Tampa Bay. Matt Joyce has given the Rays a 4-2 lead with his third career grand slam.
Well, he got that pitch out over the plate. 2-0 count. Look for one pitch, one spot. The guy's struggling with his command and just smoke it.
Jason Hayward. Hayward, Francisco, and Hinsky. Hayward comes out swinging, fouling one back. Another catch in the stand. Boy, we've got some great defensive work going on in the stands today.
People have come ready to go.
And a strike. 0-2. Shift is on for Hayward. Fouls it back. Well, the Rays got out of a spot in the third. With Uggla at second. Rhymes made that great play at second base. That ended that threat. 2-strike pitch again upstairs. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Pretty close. Fastball takes the count to 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Now that ball looked like it was over the plate, but because Jimenez catches it at the mask, that ball's called up. I'd like to see where that crossed.
Tap right side. Cobb quickly off the mound, and he will head for first, running it in himself, 1 unassisted. Rays and the Braves in interleague play today, and it's time for our AT&T trivia question. And you couldn't play the Braves without having this question. What was Hank Aaron's single season high for home runs?
That's a good one. See, there was some thought put into this. Somebody woke up early today.
Maybe in the middle of the night with an idea. Some of the best ideas come then and early in the morning. It's when you're most alert mentally. Early in the morning. Just when you wake up.
Or get in.
On Francisco. 1 ball and no strikes. Yeah, I've heard that you could be really alert at those times. A little ground ball foul. 1-1. You're just getting in.
Good morning, sir. Yes, it is.
One out with the bases empty. 1-1 the count. Francisco fouls it out of play. So it's a 1-2 count now. Cobb running on Francisco. 2-5-0 for Atlanta. 4-2-1 for the Rays. We're in the top of the 4th inning. Swing and a miss. Francisco out of there. Fastball. Second strikeout for Cobb.
Well, follow your Tampa Bay Rays all season long with a 7-day-a-week subscription to the Tampa Bay Times. Subscribe today and get one of the top 10 sports sections in the country. For an exclusive subscription offer, go to tampabay.com/RaysOffer.
2 gone with the bases empty, and here's Eric Hinsky stepping in. He drove in a run with a fly ball to left his first time. Pitch inside. 1-0. It's a little different situation for Cobb. He's retired the first 2 men here in this inning. He's had almost immediately to go to the stretch in the front 3 innings. Gave up Single and a walk in the first, a couple of singles, actually 3 straight singles in the second. And then Prado reached on the air in the third. All of those put him into the stretch immediately. Out of the windup here, and the 2-0 pitch is ball 3. So after getting Hayward and Francisco, Cobb is behind Hinske, 3-0. He swings 3-0, fouling it back, 3-1. Hinske, the DH. And he takes ball 4. Walk allowed by Cobb. We got the number 9 hitter, Tyler Pasternicki, up. 70 pitches for Alex Cobb. Man out of Vero Beach, drafted by the Rays in 06. He was up in 3 different stints with the Rays last year. Over 9 starts, he won 3 and lost 2. Pitch is down to Pasternicki. Ball, no strikes. Look out, shot right back over the mound, over the bag at second, and through into center field. Hinske stops at second. Pasternicki blistered that one.
Yeah.
Right back up the middle.
Boy, that's uneasy for any pitcher. You understand that's part of the game, but you make your pitch, and then this. I mean, that just comes zipping. You don't even have time to get out of the way.
You react, the ball's by you.
Yeah, that's right. And you think, well, I threw a glove up. Bro, sorry, it was by the glove. Every time.
Here's Michael Bourne. It's a strike at the knees. Bourne singled in the first. He leads the National League in total hits. He's in the top 10 in hitting. Back there at second. There are times when you can get Bourne to chase, and he'll fight himself on that. He's well aware that he'll chase once in a while. But you throw a pitch up out of the zone, you'll get him to swing. Swing and miss, and then scold himself about chasing the pitch. Here's a guy who's been conscientious. I'll tell you, he's really worked to make himself a good offensive player. He was always gifted with great speed. Pitch inside, 2-1.
And that's where he'll fight himself, because his game is built around hitting the ball line drives on the ground. You want to stay away from hitting the ball up in the air, and if he's a guy that you feel like you can get the chase up in the zone, he's going to hit a lot of pop-ups. That does him no good. Takes his skill set completely out of play.
And a little chop third base side. Sean Rodriguez unloads in a hurry to get Bourne, and that retires the side. No runs, a hit, 2 left. Bottom of the 4th coming, 4-2 Rays. slam in the bottom of the third by Matt Joyce, the difference. And let's get the answer to today's AT&T trivia question. Well, the Hank Aaron's single season high for home runs in his illustrious career. He had 47 in 1971. And that career, which spanned from 1954 into 76, 755 home runs, third in hits, first in runs batted in, 3 Gold Gloves, and a 21-time All-Star. National League MVP in 57. Sean Rodriguez goes after the first pitch, pops it up. And McCann out in front of the plate takes care of that.
And what were those numbers again? You pop that back up there.
Just unbelievable. Tops in runs batted in.
Yeah. First in home runs, third in hits, 21-time All-Star.
Second in home runs.
Oh, this right here?
Yeah. Right
oh,
there.
okay.
Yeah.
And not everybody's going to vote for him from the Hall of Fame. I mean, seriously, again.
Yeah.
Don't make me circle back around to that argument.
We could introduce that and some facets of interleague play and just have a great discussion.
Oh, let me tell you, a forum. A lot of high fingers.
Here's Will Rhymes. He takes a pitch down. A ball and no strikes. How about this for interleague? One more thing. For now. How about this?
Too.
The Braves in interleague.
Yep.
Play the Yankees in 2 series. They play them home and away. The Phillies don't play the Yankees at all. The Marlins don't play the Yankees at all. Now make sense of that schedule. If you're the Braves, you know, that National League East is a tough division. We talk about the American League East all the time because the Rays play in it. But the National League East is a tough division, and yet this team, the Braves, have to play the Yankees 6 times, and the Phillies and the Marlins a big 0.
That's Bush League. It's a Bush League move.
Everybody's over 500 in the NL East. Now, does that give all of those other teams just a little advantage?
What do you think?
Yeah. Wow. Elliott Johnson.
Have you seen? I mean, how about this? The Braves interleague schedule. They go to New York, to Boston, and obviously here to St. Pete, play the Rays, and they face at home. They get the Yankees, the Orioles, and the Blue Jays.
It's great.
I mean,
what, did they make somebody mad?
That is the toughest
really?
interleague schedule, hands down.
The Braves must have really made the schedule makers mad.
Yeah, that's rough. But yeah, get the Yankees twice when those other teams get them not at all.
I mean, you know, they must have kicked somebody's dog or shaved somebody's cat or something to really make them mad, to give them that interleague schedule.
That is brutal.
My goodness. Ball 2. 2-2. The Rays threatened in the second. They scored 4 in the third with one swing of the bat from Matt Joyce. 2-2 the count now to Johnson. And a base hit up the middle. Change up. Let that one up a little bit. And Elliott Johnson is on for the second time with a walk and now a base hit.
Well, this changeup right off the end of the bat, but Elliott Johnson stayed in there just enough, and just strong enough to get it up into center field. I'll tell you.
Chris Jimenez. Pitch is down. Ball ball and no strikes. Bounces it foul. 1-1. The Rays with runners aboard in each of the last 3 innings. Takes the count to 2 balls and a strike. Three and one. And ball 4. So with 2 outs, the Rays put 2 men on. Get us back around to the top of the order, and the Braves now are going to get some action in the bullpen. Delgado pushing 80 pitches. Christian Martinez is up. Ben Zobrist, the hitter. And the breaking ball drops in there for strike 1 to Ben. Zobrist with 6 home runs on the year. Takes this one away. 1 ball and 1 strike. Rays with a 4-2 lead. And the pitch inside. 2 balls and a strike. Single and a walk. Johnson second. Jimenez first. And a little tap back to the hill. Toss to first. Will retire the side. Had him out in front on the change. The Rays leave 2 and lead 4-2.
4. It's not just a good time, it's Miller time.
Atlanta took a 2-0 lead with a couple runs in the second. The Rays 4 runs in the third. We head into the fifth. Alex Cobb on the hill for the Rays. And let's check in with Todd Callis. He's in there somewhere. Where's Todd?
Hey, I'm down in the bullpen, right by my man Brady, who made that first catch that set off all the great catches of foul balls. But you know who's missing from the bullpen, guys? Kyle Farnsworth. But you can get his bobblehead tomorrow. This is presented by Advantica. First 10,000 kids, 14 and under, get this Kyle Farnsworth bobblehead. The Advantica part's kind of falling off here, so I'm holding it. And then after that, you've got the Tampa Bay Times Family Fun Day. So there it is. Kyle Farnsworth. We're going to leave this bobblehead here because I know Curse and Stosh miss him. So Kyle Farnsworth bobblehead all day tomorrow, presented by Advantica. There you go, guys. First 10,000 kids tomorrow afternoon. Back to you.
Well, that's a great reason to show up, and so is the pitching matchup. David Price and Tim Hudson tomorrow.
Amen.
First pitch here in the fifth to Martin Prado is a strike, a fastball. David Price will be after his 7th win of the year, and Kyle Farnsworth is technically up in the bullpen right now.
Don't stare at it. Don't stare at it.
Just look away.
Look away. But keep your head up.
2 strikes to count. Foul ball. A couple of runs on 6 hits. 3 strikeouts for Cobb, and a couple of bases on balls, and a couple big double play balls.
Hello. Emergency.
And everybody's okay in that Rays dugout.
Imagine those two hanging together.
Well, we saw them the other night.
Imagine
we had Jim Hickey on.
Yeah, well, look at them at each other.
Ground ball left side for Sean Rodriguez, and the throw to first. Prado's out of there. Rodriguez to Pena. Oh, Freddie Freeman. Freeman is struck out and is grounded into a double play. Inside, 1 ball, no strikes. You know, the other thing I was thinking about our trivia question there, Hank Aaron, and 47 home runs in 1971, his single season high. This one hit a long way down the left side. That ball is a foul ball. I had some slice on it. It had some distance down that left field line. 315 down the line, and Homer is dazed.
And down he. Oh no, back up. See that ball just foul.
And right on Homer. Well, he hit a homer.
Bocce ball.
He hit a homer. But it's foul. This one back to the hill. A nice play by Alex Cobb on the leaping grab, and that retires Freeman. 2 up, 2 down. Yeah, let's take a look at Homer. Make sure he's okay.
What are the chances? Come on.
Yeah.
Oh, look at him. He's trying to use it to his advantage.
Yeah, well, of course. Hey, you know, he had the boxing gloves on down there with Raymond, and when he was hit on the head by that foul ball, I thought he was in a standing 8 count for a moment. But he recovered.
I wonder if he's down there with him.
Oh, tell him to button his shirt off. It looks like a flaw.
Apparently a technical knockout. Raymond is claiming victory. Big cut, a miss. Doubled in the third. They better check him out. He's acting unusual right now. One ball foul, and the count is even. 2-2. Photo ops.
You can see the seam mark right on the side of his face.
This one is foul. The ball's 2 strikes. The rest of his face looks all right.
He's covering nicely.
Yeah. A hit like that could lead to dental work.
You get hit that hard, it lead to underbite.
Yep. Swing and a miss. Ugla is out on strikes. 1, 2, 3. Go the Braves. 4-2. Rays lead. Headed into the bottom of the 5th inning. Right now, let's go to Barry LeBrock. Barry?
All right, Dwayne, we got the opportunity to see Chipper Jones yesterday, which brings up the question, who is the best third baseman of all time? We have some great choices for you. Text us at 789-789. Schmidt, Robinson, Brett, Matthews, there's Chipper, and of course the former Ray, Wade Boggs, is on this list. I think fast forward a decade, Evan Longoria will be on this list. But there are your choices. Text us, 789-789.
All right, thank you, Barry. B.J. Upton takes this 1-0 pitch and lines it out of the reach of the shortstop, Pastrodicki. And B.J. has his first hit of the day. Time for the Just for Men Auto Stop foolproof stat. How about that? Most RBIs by a third baseman all time. Brett Schmidt, and then Chipper Jones, just as You can count on these great third basemen to drive in runs. You can count on Just for Men Auto Stop for foolproof results. Joyce fouling one back. What did Chipper say about his injury last night? He says if you're standing 85 feet away from a low liner headed for your shin, you better get a glove on it, because if you don't, you're probably not going to play the next day. Well, there you go.
And there you have it.
0-1 the count to Joyce. Upton back in. Here's that play last night that kept Chipper on the bench today. Low liner, one hop.
Yeah, that ball stayed in the infield. You see where it bounced just barely behind him, so that caught him flush.
Joyce out in front. The count is 0-2. Well, the left knee is the problem day to day for him, but that's just added. Well, they've been very judicious about giving him time off. Christian Martinez, the new pitcher, and he throws another off-speed pitch, a change, and Joyce out in front rolls it foul. The Rays saw Delgado for 4 innings. He gave up 4 runs and 3 hits.
Well, Martinez has given him a similar look. First base side of the rubber, a good fastball, and the changeup.
Which is down. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
See how far over he is. About half the foot on the rubber. Really try to maximize that sinking action away to lefties. And make it easier to get in on him.
Throw to first. BJ is back in. A 2-2 count. Rays up by 2. They were beaten last night 5-3. Like each of the last 5 losses the Rays have suffered have come by 1 or 2 runs. They'll continue to play some close games, 10-3 and 1-run games. And up 4-2 right now in the bottom of the 5th. See BJ start a little move and then get back to first.
That's the one thing that made that play close.
And a pitch out. So they continue to have BJ in his running threat part of the equation. Now he goes, a swing and a miss on the change, and Upton is safe. He got in under the tag. The throw to the first base side, a little fade on it, and Upton is in with a steal. That's his 8th.
Well, that was a close play too. The changeup here to Joyce, and then McCann gets rid of the ball in a hurry. A little bit up. Well, I'll tell you what, Pastor Nicky could have got that tag to BJ's back. They had him, but the throw too far towards first base. Well, that was awfully close, but BJ just able to avoid it.
Well, he's 8 of 8 in the steal department. Now in scoring position for Carlos Pena. Mr. Nicky's on the first base side of second. Pitch to Carlos is low. 1-0 in short right field. Ugla. The infield shifted around. Too low. 2-0. That's Luke Scott on deck. Rays had a couple of men on in the second inning. Did not score. They got the grand slam in the third from Matt Joyce. Had a 2-out threat. 2 men on in the fourth. Did not score. Now Upton's at second. 1 out in the fifth. And it's low. 3 balls, no strikes. Rays Summer Concert Series kicks off. That'll be Saturday, June 2nd, when LL Cool J featuring DJ Z-Trip take the stage following the game against the Orioles. He'll perform hits like Mama Said Knock You Out and Hey Lover. Tickets available.
I want you to read that again later in the game.
The pitch is ball 4.
That never gets old.
So Pena's at first and Upton's at second.
Never.
It's a good time.
Listening to you, DJ Z-Trip.
Yep.
It's priceless.
Just give them their due.
Too good.
Got a nice game going on too.
Yes, we do. Good opportunity here for the Rays. Got a couple runners aboard. 2-run lead. Already dipping into that Braves bullpen, and Luke Scott, the RBI leader for the Rays, at the plate.
Yes, he is. He walked his first time. He takes a pitch away. Pena first and Upton at second with 1 away. Two balls, no strikes, and McCann's going to trot to the mound to chat with Martinez. Braves have a 1.5 lead in the National League East. 25-15. Martinez on in relief. He pitched 2 1/3 innings in the game Wednesday against Miami. Gave up a couple of runs in that outing. Scott is in front of the changeup. 2-1.
Nice job of pulling the string on this pitch. 2-0. Scott's going to sell out for that fastball.
Pitch is down. A fastball that runs the count to 3-1. Ground ball, second base. Ugla. Pasternicki 1. First base 2. 4-6-3 on the double play. Rays leave 1. Through 5, they lead by 2. Francisco's single to center scored Brian McCann, and Eric Hinske's fly ball to left scored Jason Hayward. Rays made a bid for a run in the second on a fly ball by Will Rhymes, but Jason Hayward's throw to the plate was there in time to deny the Rays a run. They were not to be denied in the third on a 2-0 pitch. Matt Joyce belts his third grand slam, and the Rays have a 4-2 lead. So Matt, his 8th home run of the year. He hit 2 grand slams in 2010, and his third comes today.
How about this? So playing with Arizona back in the day, and there was a streak at the time where Sammy Sosa,
and McCann leads off and takes a strike,
had the most at bats, career active player, most at bats at that time, with never having hit a grand slam. I mean, it was some absurd number of at bats when he had never done it. And finally, it was like whatever it was, a Saturday night, he hits a grand slam. There it is. Now it's no longer the leader. Then hits another one on Sunday. He's never hit one ever, and then boom, back-to-back days.
Ground ball down to Pena. Carlos will make the play unassisted.
And I know that after that story, you're going to sleep a whole lot better tonight.
Knowing that.
And I know I will too, having told him.
You know, we're talking about all the home runs that Hank Aaron hit, and we didn't get back to that one point.
That's right.
That reminded me. And the other thing that was amazing about Aaron, I thought, he did a home run anywhere. And he'd hit line drives to right field, to right center, to center. I mean, pull the ball and hit it out to left, but he'd take you out in right center. Not a problem. Line drive.
And how about only having 47 for your high for a season? It still ended up with 755. I mean, that's just so consistent. 30 plus, 40 plus every single year.
Yeah. And not only does that take a physical toughness, but a mental toughness to do that over that protracted number of seasons. Ground ball right side for Pena. This time Cobb will cover, and he takes the toss. So a couple of ground balls here, and we're starting to see that here this time through the lineup.
Well, this is just a reminder that as you enjoy a cold one, you can look forward to Miller time later in this afternoon's game, brought to you by Miller Lite. There's the leader in the clubhouse.
2 up, 2 down here. Retired 6 in a row, 5 of those on ground balls. The other one came on the strikeout. And Cisco takes a pitch low. 1 ball, no strikes. Down play. And it's 1-1. Two and one. The ground ball to first. Carlos Pena busy this inning. So it's a 1-2-3 6th. We go to the bottom of the frame with the Rays leading 4-2. to you by Infinity, luxury cars that delivered inspired performance. By Sagicor, plan a bright financial future today at SagicorLifeUSA.com. And by your local Southern Ford dealers. Sean Rodriguez in there in the bottom of the 6th. He takes a fastball for a strike. Martinez hitting 90 with that fastball. I'm not sure he hit 90 with a fastball in the 5th inning. It's a little wide. And it's 1-1. Foul out of play. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Rhymes next, and then Johnson. Chopper foul. And a long drive high and deep to left. Prado to the wall. Gone. Home run for Sean Rodriguez. Sean's 4th home run of the year. He turned that one around, and the Rays lead 5-2.
Sean Rodriguez able to stay alive long enough to get this pitch. I mean, that is right down the middle, right at the belt. He knows it.
Five hits and 5 runs for the Rays. Will Rhymes takes one outside. It stayed up, and he hit it up and out. 2-0. Two balls and a strike. Fly ball headed toward right center. Hayward making the call and the catch. One gone. Elliott Johnson will be headed to the plate. Strike call. Home run for Rodriguez. His 3rd of the month. And his 4th overall. Ground ball to second. Uglove takes care of that. 2 gone.
Tune in tonight for the premiere of Inside the Rays, Matt Moore. Follow Matt's unique jersey to the major leagues and learn about the strong support system that has made his career possible. It's all on Inside the Rays, Matt Moore, tonight after Rays Live, the postgame on Sun Sports, where Rays fans live.
Here's Chris Jimenez. The pitch is a strike. Jimenez singled and scored in the 3rd. He walked in the 4th. He's out in front of that pitch. reaching for it. 0-2.
Was.
Chop to the right side. Uggla makes this play, and the Rays are finished in the 6th, but they pick up a run on the home run by Sean Rodriguez. We've completed 6 innings, and the Rays hold a 5-2 lead.
Seventh, Tampa Bay leading 5-2. Hinske, of course, part of the 2008 American League Championship team, and Joe Maddon said he and some other veterans were key in turning this franchise around.
I mean, him and Cliff and Percy, Danny Wheeler, those guys are really so big regarding the shifting, the paradigm shift here, whatever. The fact that we're different is a lot of it's because of those guys and how they raised our young. I mean, they were the guys in the clubhouse that did most of the really good work with our young players and showed them the right way.
Hinske had a big impact on Evan Longoria, amongst others guys, in his rookie year. Back to you.
And Eric Hinske is going to lead off the 7th inning, now in an Atlanta Braves uniform. Moving around with a fly ball to left, back in the 2nd inning. And Hinske takes the pitch for a strike. Well, he was fun to have on the club. He had a very light side, and he had a serious side when it came to his approach to the game. One ball, one strike. Well, Alex Cobb with 102 pitches. He made 99 the last time out for the Durham Bulls. And Hinske could not check.
Well, and as this game has moved on, the workload on Cobb has gotten easier and easier. I mean, he's really settled in nicely after some trouble, and a lot of pitches were elevated early. Boy, oh boy! After the Rays gave him that lead, he's going out there and very efficient.
Couldn't get that pitch to come back in, and the count is 2-2. Jake McGee is up in the Rays bullpen. Nice pitch right there. He had the veteran Hinske out front to strike him out. So far this time through the lineup, it's either been a ground ball or a strikeout.
And that's what you want out of Alex Cobb right there with the split. You see how far out in front Hinske was. He's able to work that sinker down in the zone and the split, keep the curveball down. You're going to get a lot of ground balls out of Alex Cobb. And with that kind of finish on the split, you get some strikeouts too.
the first pitch to the Atlanta shortstop Tyler Pastornicki. That's a strike. This one is low. The count is 1-1. Too low. 2-1. Cobb got Pastornicki looking in the second inning. Gave up a base hit in the fourth. And is down a little bit. The count is now 3-1. Michael Bourne, the top of the order, is on deck. A nice pitch. Catching the corner. Full count, 3-2. And a swing and a miss. He got him to chase. Well, he got strike 2 called out there, and then threw that changeup and got him to chase it off the plate.
Well, right now, a lot of depth on that pitch. You see the grip coming out of the glove. That ball, full count there. Pastornicki's got to protect, and that looks like it's starting out as a fastball, knee high away. Now, when you get that late movement, you'll get swings like that.
That's 9 in a row retired. Here's Bourne, and a fastball on the corner. That's a strike. Bourne chops it back to the mound. Cobb's throw to first, and 1-2-3 go the Braves in the 7th. It's 7th inning stretch time. 5-2 Rays.
Holding 5-2 lead. Let's take a look at today's Bear Area Accurate Dealers inside look, and it's the 7th inning from Alex Cobb. A couple of strikeouts on the split, and then the chopper right back to him, making short work of the Atlanta Braves there in the top of the 7th inning. He has been on quite a roll the last few innings.
Well, we go to the home half of the 7th, and the first pitch is a strike call to the top of the order for the Rays. Ben Zobrist. Jim Hickey talking it over with Alex Cobb, and you're right, he retired the last 10 men to face him. A combination of ground outs and strikeouts, and that's been pretty much the way he's worked his way through this lineup. He gave up a couple of runs in the second inning. 2 runs, 6 hits. One of those runs came on a fly ball to left. And he got another out on a pop-up in that same inning when he popped up Michael Bourne. Everything else has been down. One on the ground, strikeouts. 2-1 pitch, chop to the right side. Douglas throws out Zobrist. Delgado worked 4 innings, and Martinez opening his 3rd inning of work. Jay Upton sends it toward the line and right. That's going to fall for a base hit. Make a turn and hang on, and BJ has his 2nd straight hit.
Well, BJ Upton well placed. That ball right down the middle. BJ just slices it. Flips that ball out there into right field. It's going to bring out manager Freddie Gonzalez.
Joyce due. And a call to the bullpen. Brought to you by Metro PCS. Wireless for all.
By authority of the Tampa Bay Rays and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Tampa Bay Rays.
Rays lead 5-2. Matt Joyce is going to be the hitter, and with that, the Braves called upon the left-hander, Eric O'Flaherty.
Eric on for the 16th time. I mean, this is a guy last year that set a major league record for lowest ERA of anybody that had 75 or more appearances at .98.
Pitch is fouled back by Joyce. Joyce gave the Rays the lead in the 3rd when he hit a 2-0 pitch out to center field, connecting off Randall Delgado. His 3rd career grand slam. And a ball loose from the bullpen, coming all the way down to the plate area. Peralta just letting us know that he's getting loose. There goes Upton. The pitch is down, and there will be no throw. Upton steals his 2nd base of the day. 9 of 9 on the year. Pitch is too close. 2-1. Pitch is a strike. Hey, Upton just about had O'Flaherty timed up off second base.
It takes a while for O'Flaherty to get things going. That leg kick and the arm swing. And that's probably what BJ's doing, is just timing him up.
3 balls, 2 strikes.
That's why, as a pitcher, it's so important. If you do have a high leg kick, a slow time to the plate, you've got to mix up your looks. Maybe look back at second base, then to home, look back twice, hold, step off. You can't let him.
There goes Upton. Pitch is down, and the throw to third is, oh, it's in time. Oh, my goodness. It appeared that Upton was in there. He's called out.
You know, BJ's not putting up much of a fight.
So Joyce walks, and Upton is called out. Caught stealing at third. A closer look.
Let's see what happened. Oh, BJ never got to the bag.
Yep.
He never got to the bag. You saw him talking to Tom Foley down there, and BJ not putting up much of a fight. He should have been in there in plenty of time, but look at that. He stopped short. We learned on Seinfeld about stopping short.
Yep. It's not a move that's easily accomplished. And there are proprietary rights to it. A swing and a miss here.
Everybody here is booing too.
But he just never quite got there.
No. But you know what? And going back to what we were talking about, he had him timed up perfectly.
Yep.
O'Flaherty not changing his timing going to the plate, and BJ had him nailed. He just 6 inches too short.
One strike to count to Pena. 1-1 now with Joyce at first and 2 outs. So Upton, who had stolen a couple of bases, had a great jump. He was on his way to stealing another one, and Cedarstrom got the call absolutely right. As BJ stopped short of the bag and struggled to get there. A broken bat, a little roller down to first, handled by Freeman, who steps on the bag to retire the side. No runs, a hit, nobody left. Rays lead 5-2. On to the 8th inning we go. The Rays on the strength of a grand slam by Matt Joyce and a solo shot from Sean Rodriguez hold a 5-2 lead. Joel Peralta is going to be the new pitcher. 7 very good innings from Alex Cobb. And now here's Peralta. He's facing Martin Prado to start the 8th. And the pitch is a strike. It's even at 6 apiece. Chad Durbin opened the bullpen. Two strike count. Ball, 2 strikes. Prado, Freeman, and Ugla due up. 7 innings for Cobb. He gave up 6 hits, a couple of runs. He struck out 6 and walked 2 in 113 pitches. He retired the last 10 men he faced. Right back to the hill. One gone.
Well, the Tampa Bay Times, formerly the St. Petersburg Times, changed its name to better reflect the region it serves. To subscribe to the Tampa Bay Times, call 877 The Times or visit tampabay.com/subscribe.
One away as Prado lined it back to the hill to Peralta. Here's Freddie Freeman. Freeman takes it down the left side with some slice to it. Beyond the bullpen. One hop and into the stands for a strike. Two. Peralta strikes out Freeman with the split.
Boy, this is high quality 0-2 split by Peralta. Right to the extreme, right to that outside corner at the knees. This is a really good look.
Two outs with the bases empty. Dan Ugla, who is 1 for 3. Ugla doubled in the 3rd inning. And a breaking ball is over. Curveball in there for a strike. Lined out. Freeman struck out. skied to left. Matt Joyce is there. 1-2-3 inning for Peralta. Bottom of the 8th coming. 5-2 Tampa Bay.
Two in favor of the Rays. Right by the Rays on deck circle sits Nathan Johnson. Nathan is going to be 100 years old on June 15th. And you started the game. I saw you way out there in the outfield. Then what happened? The Rays moved you, huh?
They moved me. Moved right down here.
So you get a chance to come out to this game. You're enjoying yourself?
I sure am. I sure am. Enjoying it greatly.
Nathan Johnson, guys, will be 100 on June 15th. And the guys in the dugout saw him on the big screen. Davey Martinez made a phone call. Now you've got an autographed baseball. You got all this goodie bag. Luke Scott has a broken bat. And Pastor Nicky's throw is in time on a bounce for the first out. You're enjoying yourself, though, huh?
Fine.
And this is your family right here?
Yes, that's my daughter and my son-in-law and my grandson.
Well, we wish you a happy 100th on June 15th. Thanks for being part of our broadcast and out here for Rays baseball.
Yeah. See what's happening on 15th?
Your birthday, your 100th birthday.
Well, nowadays somebody else got to make it up something for me on the 9th.
Oh, no. You got another party going on the 9th?
Yeah, they're just out of clear blue sky. They didn't want to do it.
We got a lot of parties here for Nathan Johnson. We're going to send it to commercial right now, but see, Davey Martinez and the guys just don't use the phone for the bullpen. Although the Braves just called to the bullpen, but we'll have a new pitcher on the mound when we come back. It is 5-2 Rays here in the 8th.
pitcher for Atlanta. One out with the bases empty. And the pitch to Sean Rodriguez is too low. A ball and no strikes. Sean homered his last time and punches this one into center. Bourne coming on, going to stay up for him, and he makes the catch for the second out. Bottom of the 8th here. David Price is going to pitch tomorrow for the Rays in the wrap-up game of this series. And prior to the game today, David, along with his father Bonnie and his mother Debbie, presented checks from Price's Project 14 to 3 local charities. One of our good buddies, Matt Walker, was there to accept the check for the Miracle League of St. Petersburg. The Berg Baseball, a youth baseball program in St. Petersburg, also received a check along with the City of Largo's Youth Sports Participation Scholar Fund. And that's part of David Price and Project 14. Will Rhymes with a count of 1-0 up here. Next ball 2-0. Rays have led 5-2 since the 6th. They took the lead in the 3rd. On the grand slam by Matt Joyce, that made it 4-2, and a home run by Rodriguez made it 5-2. 3-0 the count to Rhymes. And that's a strike. 3-1 now. And ball 4 is outside. That's going to get Elliott Johnson to the plate. Jake McGee and Fernando Rodney busy in the Rays bullpen. Mr. Johnson is low. Move to first. Back in goes Rhymes.
Michael Chapman! Project Chapman this weekend! Project Chap!
The foul ball. 1-1 now. And another toss over there on Rhymes. Two and one. Runner takes off. The pitch is high and the throw is in time. Rhymes caught stealing to end the inning. Pasternak put the tag on him. We're through 8. The Rays lead 5-2.
Coming up on Rays Live, the postgame presented by Checkers, you're going to have Todd Callis and Orestes Destrada. They will be anchoring the coverage from center field. Joe Madden's press conference, you'll be let in to see what Joe has to say. And the great Barry LeBrock will be in the clubhouse gathering interviews. Dwayne and I will
figure something out.
Yeah, we will. Hopefully just 3 more outs to go and come up with something good.
Fernando Rodney, the Rays ersatz closer. No one's officially named that, but he's 12 of 12 in that department.
It's becoming a Rays tradition to not name a closer.
Faces Brian McCann, the catcher, to lead it off, and the pitch is low. Ball to no strikes. Two and 0. Rodney worked Wednesday in the 2-1 win over the Boston Red Sox. And he throws a strike. McCann opened the second inning with a base hit. He's 1 for 3. Retired in the third on a very good play by Will Rhymes at second. There's a bat that splinters. The barrel end splinters away, and the pitch is fouled at the feet of Jason Hayward, who's on deck. Two now to McCann. 7 innings today by Alex Cobb. Coming up from Durham, he pitched very well. An inning from Peralta. Here's the 2-2. Fly ball into left. Joyce is there and makes the catch. That is the first out. Cobb retired the last 10 men he faced. Peralta retired 3 in a row. Now the first man Rodney faces is retired. 14 straight retired by Rays pitching. It's too low. A ball to no strikes. One and one to count.
And it's such a great weapon, and we've seen it all season long here from Fernando Rodney, that changeup. Able to go to it in any count, throw it for a called strike.
And that's not bad either.
I mean, seriously, those 2 pitches right there coming out of the hand look exactly the same to the hitter. One's 80, one's 95. You just don't see that.
Piece of it foul. Yep, everything looks the same. The delivery.
But there's some times on his changeup where he'll get a little arch in his back, and I'm up here saying, okay, here he's humping up for 97, and it'll be 82. I'm like, I'm up here, jerking and out of sync.
A little popper left side. Rodriguez, a long run, but he's there and he makes the catch. Well, Sean Rodriguez covered a lot of ground with that shift on, but he got over there. He was the lone man on that side of the field, and he made the catch. So 2 up and 2 down. Track that one the entire way. Now Juan Francisco is the hitter. Ray's pitch. He was all geared for that fastball and got the changeup and was way out in front. Strike one.
And you'll see that more often than not because you've got to respect 95 to 97. You have to be ready.
And a high fly ball into left. Joyce is there waiting, and Joyce, who hit the grand slam, handles the final putout of the day, and the Rays are winners 5-2. 1-2-3 go the Atlanta Braves. Rays pitching retired the last 16 hitters in consecutive fashion. And the Rays win this one 5-2 to pull even with Atlanta in this series of interleague baseball. Great job by Alex Cobb. 7 innings. He'll get the victory. Delgado, the loser. His record is 2-4. Rodney picks up save number 13. Took 2 hours and 48 minutes to play this game before 27,433. As we promised earlier in the game, Miller time brought to you by Miller Lite. For that, we'll go back to the 4-run third on one swing of the bat. Matt Joyce ahead in the count against Delgado. Takes the fastball out to center. And the Rays grab the lead on the third grand slam of the year they've hit, and the third career grand slam by Matt Joyce. Todd Callis is standing by on the field right now with Matt. Todd?
Thanks, Dwayne. Matt, 3 grand slams now in your career. Take us through this one. You're ahead of the count 2-0. You had a pitcher, Delgado, that was a little bit wild. You're trying to just zone him up there. Really, what were you thinking?
Yeah, the guys did a great job of getting on the base and really working the counts. You know, and we really stayed with our approach. You know, I got a 2-0 fastball, and it was a good one to hit. Just trying to hit something hard in the air, and you know, hit it pretty well.
Some of the guys have said the ball hasn't carried recently to center field. Did you think that was gone off the bat?
No, I was actually surprised. I mean, I've hit a couple to center and didn't really go anywhere. So, you know, it's kind of a relief to know that it can go out there. You know, like I said, it's always better when you win.
Good fastball there to hit. It looked like you got all it.
Yeah, like I said, you know, it was a 2-0 hitter, and it was a good pitch to hit. Bases loaded. You know, the guys, like I said, did a great job of working the counts, getting on base, and got a good pitch to hit.
You guys retired the last 16 batters, Cobb, and then the 2 relievers. When you have an injury to your starting rotation, it's never easy, but in comes a guy like Alex Cobb, and it's like you guys don't miss a beat, huh?
Yeah, Cobb was outstanding tonight. You know, after first inning, I think he had a little adrenaline going, but he settled in really, really well, and you know, got ahead of the hitters, changed speeds, and you know, it was a great start for us. You know, we really needed it, and you know, he's going to be huge for us.
Congrats on the big blast. Thanks, Matt.
Thank you very much.
Matt Joyce, guys, back to you.
All right, Todd, thank you. 5-2, the Rays are winners. We'll be back with more in a moment.